episode 6 of the Sellerscast. I'm Andrew Maffetone.
I'm Gina Milazzo.
Today we are talking about Amazon's sponsored products product targeting feature. Boom. So if you are an older seller, you remember AMS, which is now Amazon Advertising. You had the ability to do product display ads. For some of you on Seller Central, you still have the ability to do product display ads, but it's a little bit different. So we're not going to talk about that. So product targeting, newer feature, came out about a month or so ago. They kind of slow rolled it out, and then they just pushed it out to pretty much everyone now. So
surprise!
Yay! So you go in, you select to do a new campaign, you do sponsored products, you ignore the automatic option, you do manual, and now you have two options there. So you have your regular keyword targeting that everyone knows and loves, and now you have product targeting. So this is a very new feature. It's a little bit different because to me this is more subjective than it is data-driven like the keyword targeting is. And it's a lot of fun, but you can burn a ton of money doing it. So you want to be careful. So that's kind of why we waited a little while before we did this video. So here's a quick overview of kind of what we know, what we've learned. So you have a few options. You have targeting specific products, brands, and categories. They also say product features, but that's basically the same thing. And then they also give you suggested stuff. So similar to a suggested bid, I guess now they give you suggested products. So you have a few different options. So you have brand, so you can do something along the lines of maybe if you're an apparel company and you sell gym shorts and you know another company that sells gym shorts, you could just type in your competitor's name and go after them with all of your products. So to me, that's kind of like a machine gun approach of just doing everything. Then you have your specific product targeting. So this is a very granular approach. If you have a decent size product line or less, this is probably more beneficial. But if you have a massive product line of thousands of SKUs, this could be a nightmare. But it does give you the ability to target a specific competitor ASIN. So every time you come across a new competitor, you just take their ASIN, plug it in there, and be like, boom.
Keep a running list.
Exactly. Then what was the other one? Category. So then you have category. So obviously, you can, if you have gym shorts, you can just do gym shorts.
That was pretty interesting. Just the idea that you kind of make a decision when you optimize your listings, what category you want to put your product in. So it could be an example of a way to kind of get the best of both worlds. So if you choose a particular category, you can kind of go after that category in a different way. If you aren't for some reason indexing in it organically.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like category is equating to broad keywords.
Yeah.
Brand is equating to phrase match, and then the specific product is equating to exact match. So if you haven't seen this, if you go onto the listing itself, it's usually directly under the buy boxes where your ad will show up. This is going to be primarily a defensive approach. So when you're doing keyword targeting, it's offense, right? Like someone types something in, you want to be right front and center and get that sale. This one, it's like you're losing that sale, but you're going to try and block the competitor out. I feel like, honestly, this is probably going to take some of these bigger competitors and really start to crush these little guys. Yeah, they're going to start blocking their listings. We've tested it. I haven't had any problems with it yet, but as far as I can know, as far as I've seen so far, you're able to put your own ASIN in there too. So now you're really playing defense where you're keeping the competitor out of that spot.
It's like
also.
advertising under a brand.
So it's owning your listing as much as you can. So it's definitely a fun area. We could sit into this forever and do this all day, but quick example of kind of one thing that we've been doing, Gina and I worked on recently was we have a client who sells a ton of different apparel and accessories and things like that. And we grouped together the type of apparel. They do colleges. So we grouped together the type of apparel, and then we went after every single piece of memorabilia that we could find for that college. So we were blocking as much as we could. Now you can get even more granular. So if we did a college for shirts, right, we could go after all that college shirts competitors.
Right.
So it would be an incredibly granular approach. Like you could get it very, very nailed down. The problem is that you're really paying to get in front of someone who already had intent to buy something else. So you do run a bit of a risk there.
Yeah.
I could see this getting a little bit too expensive if you don't know how to handle it, but it is a cool thing to really test out and see if you can't get those extra sales out of there.
Especially this time of year, I think this is when indirect competition is maybe the fiercest, that you're going to get people that are looking for something to fit a broader purpose. So somebody that went to a certain college, you're looking for a gift for them, maybe not necessarily a t-shirt, maybe not necessarily a mug or something like that. So someone's looking for something to kind of check a box in a much broader way than if they're just looking for like a t-shirt or something. Yeah. So I definitely agree. Easy way to spend way too much money.
So since this is a relatively new feature, I have reached out to every Amazon PPC person that I know of, and there's not a software out there yet that I'm aware of that is able to pull any of this data and to be able to utilize it. Although from the guys that I do know, they're all scrambling to get it together. But one of our favorites that we've helped a few sellers utilize around here. Big fans of Sellex, so we're featuring them as our tool this week. So Sellics.com.
You're bad at spelling, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, they great help with sponsored products, brand ads, and then of course every other aspect of buy box and all that fun stuff. It's like an Amazon dashboard wheelhouse thing. But that is all we have for you guys this week. Again, if you have anything you want us to talk about next time, please feel free to comment below and of course subscribe, and we will see you all next week. Good luck.